Hi guys, for our next video we're going to talk about adding text, and I'm also going to kind of throw in here how you could create a worksheet that they could complete as well. So typically a lot of the places where I'm seeing people add text are on chalkboards, smartboards, whiteboards, etc. in their virtual classrooms. Sometimes people label things. You can do that too. So for this, you can do a lot of different things. Maybe it's a morning message. Oh, I don't want to move that. Anyway, so maybe it's your morning message. Maybe it's your agenda for the day. It could be anything that you want it to be. Just like any other text, you can also link it as well. You could link like the whole text box itself to something. You could link each individual line to something. Just depends on what you're looking for. So let's go. Okay. So just like any other text, you can do whatever you want with it. Maybe I want to put my title in the middle, increase the font, make it a blue color. I really like this font. It's actually one of my favorites. It runs a little small, so you gotta make it bigger. That way it kind of gives it more of like that handwritten look. You can still insert images on here. What if you wanted it to look like a PowerPoint? You could probably take a picture of a PowerPoint and slide it in and insert that. Really, I mean, just everything is endless. Whatever you want to do or how little you want to do is up to you. So for this sake, what I was thinking of is maybe you want them to link or complete a worksheet that you have linked to this virtual classroom. So I'm going to highlight worksheet, and I'm going to hit this link button, or I can hit Command K again. Slides and presentation. I'm going to pick slide 3. I already put a blank slide in there that I'm going to use, and hit apply. And as you can see, it changes the color, underlines it just like a hyperlink. So the students will be able to click right on that, and it will direct them right to this page 3. So if you don't already know how to create a worksheet using slides, this is a real quick tutorial for you. So whatever your worksheet is, maybe it's a PDF that you have, you'll want to save it as a JPEG. So in order to do that, you'll open your PDF. You'll go to File, Export, choose where you want to save it. Go right here to Format, choose JPEG, and then hit Save. I'm not going to do it right now because I already did it. I don't want another copy. Then you're going to come back to your slides, hit Background, choose Image. Make sure you pick the JPEG version, the image version, not the PDF. Hit Done. And here's my worksheet. So here's my background. The kids can't delete this. They can't change the fonts, nothing on this part. So it's kind of solidified in the background. Now, maybe you want them to be able to add text responses here. So you would go ahead and make a text box. The shape of this worksheet makes things just a little bit tricky because you don't want them writing off into these corners. So you'll kind of have to make sure the text box is only as big as or as wide as you want it, even farther down. So what I usually do when I create a text box is I put enter text here, just so that they can see it. I always usually, for the most part, pick a blue font as well. That way it just kind of stands out, unless like, you know, the worksheet's blue. And then you can go ahead and just take this and Command C, Command V, paste it on the other sections of the worksheet. Command V. This one again is a little tricky, so maybe I wouldn't have them. Oh, went too far over. I wouldn't have them right on that top little line. I would have them probably start here. And then probably only down to here. So copy and paste again to go over here. And you'd have to play with the font to kind of see where it would fall when they go down to the next line to make sure that it's not writing like in the middle of this line, or if it doesn't bother you, don't have to worry about it. I get a little picky, so that's just me. So the kids could come here and complete this. And earlier I was talking about you might want to always include a home button. That way it takes them back to the classroom if there's other things that they need to do there. So an option would be to just insert a shape. Maybe you want to insert a picture that is like a home button. That's up to you. So I could go search the web. I'm going to keep transparent there, but type home button. And this one works out pretty good for me. I'll just drag and drop it in. And put it in the corner of my image. So this is where I would want to link this to slide 2 because that is where I have my virtual classroom. This is a tricky part there. If you see it's down on the bottom, you can't see slide 2. It gets, sometimes you have to move the whole thing in order to actually get the choice that you want because it won't scroll far enough down. See that? I still can't get to slide 2. So I'm going to bring this up here. Command K. There's slide. Oh, goodness gracious. I want slide 2. Slide 2, apply. Drag this back down into the corner. So that way, once they're done filling out their worksheet, they can hit the home button and it will send them right back to their virtual classroom, and maybe they'll go on to the next item down in the agenda, or maybe they'll go back here for free time and play one of the games at Smithsonian, watch the video, whatever that might be. So that's what you can do. You can do all your basic stuff with text, kind of like I was letting you know here. You have your bold, your underline, your italicize, your colors. You can change the orientation, whether it be centered, left, right. You can also choose within the text box where it falls. So that's in the center of the text box. That's usually what I like. If you're like me, I do usually like to have the guides, like the ruler guides in, because especially with font, but I see if I click here, I still don't see them in here. So I guess never mind on that thought. You should have, oh, I see they have these center guides. I was hoping they would have guides because I don't like how far this is from the number right there. And usually in like Microsoft and things like that, you can change that. Maybe the ruler is more of what I'm looking for. Yes, sure is. So we'll grab that and pull that over. Oh, darn it. There, that's better. Okay, so yeah, things like that drive me crazy. So your basic options, but that's how you can link it. Again, you can link it to a slide, you can link it to a website. You could link the whole text box or just a word in the text box. That's up to you. Each one of these, each item you have could be a different thing. Again, the option is yours. Whatever you want to do with it, you can create whatever your heart desires.